Good morning. We've got a very exciting matchup coming up between TSG and Black Diaspora. We're going to run through our rosters here real quick. Skating for TSG today, we've got number 0, Big O, 01, Rollermite, 0429, Carmina Piranha, 10, Optimus Grime, 1031, Ramp, 1171, Snuffy, 12, Soccer Blue, 1968, Wily Coyote, 271, Lizness Casual, 333, Sweet and Sour, 3381, Naughty, 4, Sparks, 42, Big Sweet, 56, Doublets, 66, Dragger, 666, Lowly Rot, 681, Sacred, 775, Prim Reaper, and 91, Smash.
And for Black Diaspora, we have number 007, Poison Violet, number 0812, Thor Slammer, number 2, Fillmore Payne, number 202, Freight Train, number 207, Butler, number 221, Getty, number 228, Hell Hath No Fury, number 2, there was a little, all right, number 23, Quadzilla LK, number 24, I'm a Blow By Ya, number 301, Black Soul Rose, number 32, Locked and Loaded, number 491, Peaches and Schemes, 564, Flamingo, number 724, that's my best friend, Medieval, number 777, Perfect, number 88, Physical Contact, number 89, Heart, number 90, Mamba, number 910, Cocoa Butter, and last but not least, number 747, I Refuse. All right, that means that we're about to get things rolling. Out there we have Mamba on the line up against Snuffy. And that's going to be Mamba finding that space on the inside line, picking up the first lead jammer of the game. And it looks like the star is off of Snuffy's helmet, looking for a star pass, which is successful, while Mamba makes it through the pack, picking up 4 points. Snuffy taking out that last Black Diaspora blocker. He's going to try and get back and see if he can score any points before Black Mamba calls it, and that's not going to be possible.
Jamming next for a TSG, we've got Wily Coyote and Poison Violet for Black Diaspora. Poison Violet working very hard against that defensive wall at the front of the pack. Pushes past the last line of defense and picks up lead jammer for Black Diaspora. Nice, easy pass on the outside for 4 points. And we do have a star pass on TSG. Pivot turned jammer Rollermite. Poison Violet picks up, I believe, 4 more and calls off the jam. Black Diaspora leads 12-0 going into Jam 3.
All right, that's going to be Optimus Grime out there against Hart. Nice slow pack. Hart pushing towards the front. Is going to pick up lead jammer. Optimus Grime trying to find his way in the back of the pack. Does get out. Let's see if any points can be scored in this jam. And it looks like
Beautiful spin move on that apex.
yes,
Beautiful.
Beautiful. All 4 points were picked up, leaving Black Diaspora with 16 points. TSG still trying to get on the board.
Laser cut earrings, ornaments, and other things for the witches, the queerdos, and the weirdos. Check out them/things creations.
Looks like we've got a power start now for Black Diaspora. And we've got Freight Train out there on this power jam. Optimus Grime in the box for TSG. Freight Train picking up lead jammer. Some nice offense on the outside line there by our Black Diaspora blockers.
That's going to be a forearm that's going to be assessed to number 91 for TSG. Match.
4 points for Freight Train. Optimus Grime flies out of the box and up the outside on the initial pass. Freight Train's going to pick up 1 point and call that jam off. Black Diaspora leads 22-0 going into Jam 4.
And that's going to be number 32 for Black Diaspora, locks against number 3381, Naughty.
Signs of heat stroke, hot red, dry skin, fast pulse, heart racing, headache, dizziness, shivering, confusion, nausea. See a medic or call 911.
Both jammers trying to find a little bit of space, and that's going to be Naughty on the inside with your lead jammer. Locks being recycled to the back of the pack, taking that star off their helmet. Seeing if they can make it on that inside line, gets bumped out, back on the track, while Naughty's in the back trying to get past that last tripod of Black Diaspora blockers, getting some offensive help. Locked is now through the pack on their initial, while Naughty is coming out picking up 4 points. And is going to decide to call it. Those are the first points on the board for TSG now.
Our first lead jam for TSG as well.
It seems like Naughty was behaving because she did what she was supposed to do. We have
Jamming next for TSG, we've got Rollermite and Peaches and Steams for Black Diaspora. Rollermite with a nice spin move on turn 1, picking up lead jammer.
the direction being assessed to
Peaches and Schemes past the last line of defense, out on the initial. Rollermite with 4. Peaches and Schemes knocked out of bounds on the inside line and recycled all the way to the back by Snuffy. Rollermite pushing past that last line of defense, picking up 4 more, and gonna call off that jam. Eight points picked up by Rollermite for TSG in that jam. Black Diaspora leads 22, TSG 12.
That's going to be Optimus Grime back out there against Mamba. I'm excited for this right now.
This should be a really good jammer matchup.
Mamba trying to fight up through the middle while Optimus Grime tries to take the outside. Mamba making his way up to the front, and it is going to be Optimus Grime as your lead jammer. A little jammer on jammer action in this fourth turn. Mamba taking the front. Almost a little spin out. Some great footwork there.
Absolutely.
Nice fast pack.
Pack is moving very fast.
And it looks like there is going to be a penalty that was assessed to a TSG blocker. Gonna go ahead and decide to call this jam instead of just skating 1,000 laps at 100 miles per hour.
No points scored on that jam.
Perhaps a little switcheroo there. Black Diaspora started off with 4 leads in a row. TSG now with 3 of the last 3 leads.
Jamming next for TSG, we've got Naughty and Poison Violet for Black Diaspora. Got a little issue going with the Jammer Star. Both jammers working in that scrum. Poison Violet comes out on top, picks up lead jammer. Naughty is able to push past that last line of defense on the initial pass. Poison Violet with a nice spin on the outside line. Poison Violet picks up all 4 points and calls off the jam.
Black Diaspora now has 29 points to TSG's 12 points. Still 21 minutes left in this game. Wiley Coyote out there against Hart on the jam line. Both jammers getting nice and low. Tried to get a little bit of offensive help on that inside line, getting whipped around. And there's going to be a cut track assessed to TSG's jammer, leaving Black Diaspora with a power jam. Let's see what they can do with this power jam. That was a nice, beautiful, I'm going to call it a booty jump, because it was straight over a booty. Nice on the inside line, picking up 4 more points for Black Diaspora. Looks like there is a cut track that's going to be assessed to a TSG blocker. Hart doing some beautiful footwork over there, picking up 4 points. That's now 12 points for them on this jam. Hart, beautiful footwork on that outside line. Now 16 points for Black Diaspora. Hart tried to do some hopping around, but got bumped out and recycled back. I believe there was a star pass or no, star stash, I'm sorry. And there is a cut track being assessed to a Black Diaspora blocker, while the TSG jammer being recycled back. Hart, hop, makes it out, picking up 4 more points. This is 24 points for them in this jam.
Definitely our highest scoring jam so far.
Yes, highest scoring jam that leaves Black Diaspora with 53 points, TSG 12.
Some almost superhuman moves out there by Hart.
I think Hart has my heart.
Jamming next for TSG, we've got Rollermite and Freight Train for Black Diaspora. Black Diaspora leads 53, TSG 12. 18 minutes to go. Rollermite picking up lead jammer for TSG, looking to turn this challenge around. Freight Train out on the initial pass. Rollermite with 1 to beat. Gets a little help from the blockers there. Freight Train coming around for a score pass. Knocked out of bounds on the outside line and recycled all the way to the back by Sweet and Sour. Beautiful straightaway jump on the outside by Rollermite. 8 points so far on the jam for Rollermite. 4 for Freight Train. Looks like we've got a double jammer penalty right now. We've got a high block on one and a cut on the other. Gonna sit real quick. Rollermite sits first and is already up. And now Freight Train is released. This jam will go the full 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Freight Train knocked out of bounds on the inside apex and recycled to the back of the pack. Rollermite having a hard time with that tripod in the back, looking for a little offense from the pivot. Knocked out of bounds again by Yeti and recycled all the way to the back. Freight Train also knocked out of bounds and recycled all the way to the back. Looks like we've got 12 points picked up by Rollermite. Puts TSG at 24. 7 points picked up by Freight Train. Black Diaspora leads by 24.
And Optimus Grime is going to be out on the jam line against Locks. Pack starting up in the front by the pivot line.
Kicking it old school.
And that's a beautiful little turnaround, but going to go ahead and pick up that cut track. And there's a multiplayer also going to a TSG blocker, making it a little easier for Locks to try out and get that lead jammer status. Couple blockers left, getting some beautiful offensive help from their teammates. And there's a forearm being assessed to a Black Diaspora blocker. Locks still trying to make it past those last 2 blockers. And is officially declared your lead jammer. Making their way back towards the pack. Gonna do some lovely juking. Hitting that top 2 in the front. Optimus Grime sneaking on the track, doing a little jukey juke, taking that inside through on their initial pass. Locks is going to go ahead and call that, picking up 3 points, leaving Optimus Grime at 0. Black Diaspora now has 63 points against TSG's 24.
TSG jammers have had penalties in the last 3 jams.
That's not how you get the points, friend. Performance? No. Physical repair and recovery, plant-based gut health, and CBD fluid. Check out Trinot.com.
Jamming for Black Diaspora, we've got Peaches and Schemes. And I believe that's Wiley Coyote out there picking up a lead jammer for TSG. Peaches and Schemes also out on the initial pass. No points picked up in that jam.
It's hot here, y'all. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
That's going to be Sweet and Sour out there against Mamba. Both jammers trying to make their way through. Mamba taking the outside. Sweet and Sour trying to take the middle, but gets bumped to the outside while Mamba now picks up your lead jammer. Sweet and Sour out there. I believe that's Yeti giving them a little bit of trouble in the back. Mamba coming back through. A direction that's called on a TSG blocker. Black Mamba back through, picking up 4 points.
Jamming next for Black Diaspora, that's Poison Violet and Optimus Grime for TSG.
That's my best friend.
Optimus Grime hit out of bounds on the inside, recycled all the way to the back. Poison Violet pushes past the last line of defense, picking up lead jammer. Grime also out on the initial. Black Diaspora blockers trying to get a goat in the back there.
Picking on Naughty.
Poison Violet's going to call off that jam. No points. This is our third scoreless jam of this challenge.
Gonna be Optimus Grime back out there on the jam line against Hart.
I guess he said that jam was just too short. I'm going to go again.
And he said it was too short. I'm gonna pick up lead jammer now. Hart not too far behind. Like one last blocker. She said, come on, what you gonna do about it? Optimus Grime re-entering the pack and gonna make it out, picking up 4 points, leaving Black Diaspora scoreless in that jam.
Rollermite up next for TSG and a Freight Train for Black Diaspora. Both jammers trying to take the outside line. Freight Train goes inside instead, pushing past that last line of defense, picking up lead jammer. Rollermite on one toe stop, stays in bounds on the initial.
So many such great skaters on the track right now.
Freight Train knocked out of bounds on the inside, calls it off, picks up 1 point. Lots of amazing spins and footwork out there.
That's going to be Soccer Blue out there on the jam line against Locks for Black Diaspora.
Soccer Blue, no stranger to jamming, but first time jamming in this challenge today.
Both jammers trying to find a little bit of space anywhere they can make some headway. Pack spreading out just a little bit, but Fox does some beautiful toe work, but does get called on a cut track, leaving this a power jam for TSG with one blocker left to fight. That is TSG that is going to have your lead jammer status. Little bit of defense coming in from that penalty box, trying to take the jammer out before they hit the pack. They may have gone off the track, but their teammates were able to go ahead and draw them back. Gonna go ahead and call that off, freezing Black Diaspora's jammer in the penalty box, leaving this a power start for, it looks like, Optimus Grime.
3 points picked up by Soccer in that last jam. Black Diaspora leads 68, TSG 31. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Optimus Grime taken out of bounds on the outside and recycled all the way back by Yeti. Leaving a big opportunity for Locked to come out of the penalty box and pick up lead jammer. Optimus Grime out on the initial pass. Locked, already scoring points. Knocked out on the inside line, decides to call it off. Picks up 3. No points for TSG. Got a 40-point game.
It looks like it's going to be Rollermite and Peaches out there now.
Like we've got 1 blocker in the box for each team.
Rollermite is going to be your lead jammer. Peaches trying to get a little bit of help from their friends, trying to get past those last few blockers. No pack is declared, and they gotta let her go. Rollermite is now re-entering the pack. Does a little jukey juke to the outside. Now is trying to get past Hart. Hart does and Rollermite picks up a cut track, leaving Black Diaspora with a power jam. Peaches finds their way on the outside with some beautiful offensive work by Hart there. Like I said, I think Hart has my heart. They're such an amazing skater.
This jam
Peaches
will go the full 2 minutes.
Peaches getting their way past those last 2 blockers, has her friends helping out in the back, holding one of them off. And it looks like there is a penalty that's now going to go to one of those TSG blockers, while Peaches is fighting up against Naughty, tries to get her to the inside line, not quite successful. Down to 1 knee, but still keeps on going. Rollermite fighting in the back against the Black Diaspora wall. They're holding them pretty well. If you don't know how hard it is to hold Rollermite, it's pretty dang hard. He's now in the front of the pack, making it out, picking up 4 points. Looks like there was a penalty called on Black Diaspora's pivot, and so it's a power jam. There was also a penalty called on the jammer. So power jam for Rollermite with 2 blockers in the box and 10 seconds left in this game. Oh, beautiful little backwards somersault there. And he looks at the clock, sees that there's only 2 seconds left. He's going to save his energy for later. That was 10 points up on the board for Black Diaspora. TSG picking up 8.
Jamming next for TSG, that is Soccer Blue. And this will be a power start.
Look at David over there in a suit.
Soccer Blue knocked out of bounds on the outside. Recycled all the way back. Peaches out of the box. Fights off those blockers on the outside line. Picking up a lead jammer for Black Diaspora. Black Diaspora blockers holding Soccer Blue just long enough for their jammer to pick up lead. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a smart call. They lost their cover.
Yeah, popped right off that.
Rude Chicks Roller Derby Apparel, all skate, no hate since 2008.
4 points picked up by Black Diaspora in that last jam. They lead 85, TSG 39.
Mamba and Optimus Grime back out on the track. Should be another really good matchup. Optimus Grime is out as your lead jammer. Black Mamba finding some space, one-footed on that outside line. Optimus Grime's re-entering the pack. Trying to find a little space on that inside line, but that space is closed up as soon as he gets there. Mamba back through the pack, sneaking through nice and fast. Optimus Grime fighting past that last Black Diaspora blocker. one of those Black Diaspora blockers is going to go ahead and pick up a penalty. Bombas through the pack for 4 points. Optimus Grime finding a nice lane on the outside, also through, picking up 4. We have about a minute left, a little over a minute left in the period on the jam clock. Bomba bumped to the inside of the track, recycled back by those TSG blockers while Optimus Grime finds his way through and decides to go ahead and call off the jam after picking up 12 points, leaving them with 51. Black Diaspora, 96.
Looks like we'll have time for one more jam in this challenge. We are going to see Poison Violet for Black Diaspora and Rollermite for TSG.
Got a free hour? We would love your help. Check in with VCI to volunteer for any amount of time.
Both jammers trying to take that outside line. Poison Violet cuts in, and that works out, picking up a lead jammer. Rollermite still working against this Black Diaspora tripod at the front. Poison Violet already back around, picking up points. Rollermite through on the outside on the initial pass. Poison Violet knocked down and calls off that jam. That will be our final. Looks like 2 points picked up by Poison Violet in that last jam. Black Diaspora, final score at 98, TSG 51.
Don't forget to come tonight. Don't forget to get your tickets for the marquee bout, the American Gladiator versus American Warrior. The seats are $23. You want to make sure get front row seat. This is our men's expedition bout. You're not going to want to miss it.
And remember, all that money goes to charity.
Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood is who this is supporting. All right, yeah, get on the track, give high fives to these awesome skaters. Also, don't forget to stop and tell an NSO or a ref or any of the volunteers that have been here helping to make this event super successful. We can't do this event without our volunteers, so it's super important that they're all here.